My producer, Allie, went out and picked up 10 pieces of budget gear straight from Walmart's Ozark Trail line that she thinks she would take on her first backpacking trip. Let's find out if budget gear can really keep up with expensive stuff or if it's better left on the shelf. What's going on, Allie? How are you?
Living the dream here at Dan Becker Outdoors.
First time, this is actually not your first time in a video because people have heard your voice in the background of other videos. Technically, you were in a video one time because you moved a sleeping pad.
Facts. We forgot to plug a sleeping pad.
I forgot to close the end of a sleeping pad. She appeared briefly in the video, but now you're here and you have never like actually camped in your life. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yep, nothing more than just camping in my backyard or maybe my pop-up sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you went online, bought a bunch of stuff. Let's see what you got. Wait, tell me the criteria of how you bought this and why you bought it.
So these products today, they're going to be what I think as somebody who is not experienced in camping would need to get started and get going. These are based off of, if you haven't seen it yet, our Temu video based off of the same kind of like ideas for essential packs that we need.
You're like, I think this would work. If I was only shopping for Ozark Trail stuff, I would be confident in this. And are you confident in what you have?
Yeah, I feel confident that I could go backpacking.
Like full on backpack, put on a backpack, hike some miles, set it up and be safe and comfortable out in the backyard, back country.
In the backcountry, as long as there's no bears, I'll get through.
Okay, all right, let's see what you got.
Okay, let's start with our bag.
Okay, tell me why you bought this particular bag.
Bought this particular bag because it is 50 liters, so I thought that would be big enough to put all of our gear in. Also bought it because it looked similar to other bags that you have talked about.
Oh, really?
I think.
Okay. And this is also a very nice color. Is that also why you picked this?
Dan Becker blue.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It is like literally matches my logo.
Yeah.
50 liters. He looks comfortable.
What kind of determines if a bag is high quality though?
That's a really, really good question. I like to know if it's lightweight. I like to see a frame, which this does have somewhat of a frame.
Yeah, so I can tell you how much it weighs too. It is 3.53 pounds, which is about 56.5 ounces.
Okay, how much did this thing cost?
It was $59.97.
So I had a Ozark Trail backpack. It was my first ever backpack.
Mine too.
And mine, the stroller strap ripped like almost completely off within the first mile of using it. Ooh. This actually feels a lot better quality, I'm not gonna lie.
Was there a frame on your other Ozark Trail one?
Yeah, there was a frame. Why did you pick 50 liters?
It felt big. Felt like I could get a tent in there.
What did you buy first?
What did I get?
Yeah, like in the order of everything that you bought, what did you buy first?
The bag.
The backpack?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, can I give you a little piece of advice?
Yep.
Okay, the bag should have been the last thing you bought. Like after you bought everything else, you should have determined this is now the size bag that I need. So I'm really interested. We should try to pack this up.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so I think we're gonna go and see. This is honestly for, what was the price again?
$59.97.
Yeah, for the price. There's nothing about that that's screaming don't buy me other than it says Ozark Trail, to be honest with you. That's, and it's Walmart.
Next item then would be our sleeping bag.
Oh, wow. Wow.
This sleeping bag says it has a comfort level of 10 degrees with it. I also have it weighing at 5.7 pounds.
Okay. All right. And why did you pick a 10-degree bag? Because you don't like to be cold?
Yes. I'm chilly at nighttime. And honestly, I picked this bag because I'm pretty sure it's a mummy bag, and I thought that it was important to have my head covered.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right, yeah, you don't want a cold head.
No, no cold head.
Do you see any issues so far?
It might be bigger than my bag.
Might be bigger than the bag, right. So I'm going to guess this is not going to be a great place to put on the inside. We're going to try to strap this on the outside of the bag, which we don't really have straps to do that. So we're just going to pretend that we'll get this on at some point. And this is a cold weather mummy sleeping bag. I'm going to recommend we don't use this bag.
It says sleeping bag, though.
It is a sleeping bag. You're right, yes. Unfortunately, I think this is more of a car camping bag. So I think this is a common mistake a lot of people make, that they buy something similar to this, thinking that it's going to be the bag because it's cheap. How much was this?
$48.44.
$48. So this is definitely a car camping bag. So if I were you, I would return this and I would spend a couple extra bucks to get something smaller. And you don't need a 10-degree bag because I'm going to guess you're not going to sleep in the winter anywhere. right? You're not
And-
going winter camping, right? You're probably going like maybe early fall type camping, right? So you could probably get away with a bag, even if it's a synthetic bag, probably half the size if you just go from a 10-degree bag to say like a 30 or even a 40-degree bag.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna set this off to the side for now. Good effort.
Next I have our pad for our sleeping bag that we are going to return and find a new one of.
Okay.
The pad says that it's 3.34 pounds. I picked this one because I thought that it was simple and what I needed to get the job done.
Okay. 3.34 pounds is.
Yep, that's about like 53.44 ounces.
How much did this cost?
$30.88.
Okay. Yep. So, and this is a 1.5 R value pad. It is ASTM rated. Wow, that's impressive. ASTM is a rating that you want to look for on a pad. It's like an overwhelming standard across the board that pad companies will adhere to, so that you know that it's an accurate rating. Otherwise, people will just put an R value that's made up. This is probably something that you can get away with in, say, potentially late fall, potentially, but it's probably going to be a little chilly underneath you.
So still backpacking usable.
Yeah, this is definitely backpacking usable. It's really heavy though. 3.3 pounds is a really, really heavy pad.
If I was wanting something lighter, where am I aiming for?
I would say around 2 pounds at that price. You could probably find something on Amazon that's freaking heavy. I think this is, we could do this. Like if it's your first trip, you're probably not going to go very far, whatever. So I think we're going to go ahead and keep this. So normally I would have like some sort of a dry bag in here, like a garbage bag or something that I would pack first, but we don't have that because we're just going off of just some of the items that she bought. So we're just going to pack that in first, because that's going to come out last, by the way.
Our sleeping bag is still not fitting in there.
No.
Since we have all of our sleeping gear out, something to sleep in.
Okay.
Our tent. I picked this because it matched the bag. It's blue.
Not because it's safe and comfortable.
No, because it's blue.
Okay. All right.
It's a 2-person tent too.
Okay, cool. Yeah. How much did this cost?
$55.87.
Okay, so
It weighs just under 8 pounds, 7.6, which is about like 121.6 ounces.
$55 you said?
Yeah.
For a 2-person tent, that's 8 pounds. So we're gonna try to make this as small as we can, because I'm guessing there's some stuff here that we don't need. Like if there's a ground sheet. I don't think there's a ground sheet. Oh wow, that's literally the tent. Okay, so we're at 8 pounds. Do you see any issues with this tent at all, now that you've seen it with your backpack?
It's not the right color blue.
It's not gonna fit in your backpack, which is not the end of the world. So we would probably end up strapping this to the outside of the pack. At some point. I just took it out of this because I was trying to save space, but we're probably going to end up having to keep this inside of here.
If I were to use this bag again when I'm camping, can I just shove my tent right back in there?
Oh yeah.
Or should I fold it up again and put it in there?
That's a really good question. Because this is made out of like this tarp, unfortunately you probably would have to roll this up. If this was made out of like all this nylon, I'd say yes, you can stuff this in the pack, but this is just not going to stuff very well. So this is one of those kind of tents that you're just kind of forced to have to roll up. Like it's almost like the old school way to manufacture a
So not ideal
tent.
for backpacking, or
I mean, if you don't have the budget, this will do. But because this tent weighs 8 pounds, you have to also consider how far and how much weight that's going to put on your back as you're hiking. That's a heavy tent, especially when you consider adding the poles and the stakes, and then having to hike with your food, your water, everything else that you're bringing. So ideally, I would say not to buy this, but if it's in your budget and that's all you can afford, then this is going to be better than not having a tent. Okay? As of right now, let's just leave this off to the side because that can't go inside of the bag. All right, what else we got?
So since we're going to be walking a lot, I got some trekking poles.
Ozark Trail trekking poles. Oh, okay. These aren't actually heavy poles at all. I wonder what these things weigh.
It says that the trekking poles are about half a pound, 0.49 pounds, so 7.84 ounces.
Okay.
They were $33.33.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to lie. That's a good deal.
Nice.
Yeah. So I would take these rubber tips off immediately because underneath them is going to be a carbide tip. And this is for like road walking. Yeah, this is not horrible. Good purchase. Yeah. For that price, plus you got the cork handle here. You have EVA foam here. Yeah, these are great. Good job.
Yay!
Yeah, carbon fiber for 30 bucks.
Yep.
33.
Yep.
Wow, what a win! Allie found some budget poles.
They'll
Good
look
job.
perfect in the blue bag.
Yeah, if you don't want to spend a lot of money on poles, yeah, these are. I mean, instantly I can tell that these are fairly decent poles. Not bad at all. Yeah, good job.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like that. Great purchase.
So, since I am new to camping, I bought their Camping Explorer kit.
Oh, nice. The Camping Explorer kit. All right, what do we got? 20 feet of 550 paracord, a roll of duct tape, a 500 lumen rechargeable headlamp. Wow. Binoculars, fire starter compass, whistle, and tool card.
So it said that all the items together are about like 2 pounds, which is like 32 ounces, and it was $24.98 for all of it.
Really? Okay. Oh, it even comes with a nice little carrying bag. Huh? Ozark Trail, you can rep. What do we got? Binoculars. How much was this? 25 bucks, really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's crazy. Dude, these are legit. I mean, you could almost call these optics. Compass. See if it works. Sort of. Compass needs some help. We got a tool card. Dude, this is the exact same tool card that was in the Temu video. Legit. This is the same one. Fire starter, whistle. Where's the headlamp? Didn't it say it came with a rechargeable headlamp?
Paracord, duct tape, headlamp. Where's my headlamp?
500 lumen rechargeable headlamp. You got hosed. What? Is it in here? Where's the headlamp?
How am I supposed to put my tent up in the dark?
Yeah, for real. Did it literally not come with a headlamp?
No headlamp.
That is crazy. Where's it on the box? It's right there. There's no headlamp in the box, folks. That's your first. I was honestly thinking a 500 lumen headlamp would be worth the 25 bucks, but it's not even in there.
Yeah.
What?
It looks like it was supposed to be rechargeable also.
Wow. Okay. Well, somebody forgot to put it in the box. That's great. Okay.
Are these items that you think I really needed for my camping starter kit?
So duct tape isn't a terrible idea. I mean, you can fix a, patch a hole in your tent or something like that. Bandage something in a pinch. Paracord is honestly overkill. I mean, it's fine. The whistle, yeah, I mean, whistles are great. Sure, I suppose. Fire starter, I mean, I don't bring anything like this. I bring like a Bic lighter, honestly. Just a Bic lighter and a stove. The compass is kind of old school, but it's not terrible to have a compass. Binoculars are cool. I think if this had the headlamp, I think it'd be worth 25 bucks. Most of the stuff I'd probably leave home. I might take this just in case I want to hang like my backpack up in a tree to keep it away from bears or something like that. But yeah, it's not a terrible purchase. These are pretty nice though.
I wish our headlamp was in there.
Yeah, for real, that's crazy.
Coming with our camping starter kit, I also have my camping tool set. Because everybody needs to make sure that they have enough tools. This does have a light.
Oh.
So since
you were planning for the backup lights. I get it.
Just to make sure.
Exactly. Totally understand.
For the tool set, it says the total weight is just under 3 pounds, 2.8 pounds, which is about 45.7 ounces. And it was $24.96.
24 bucks. Okay, and if you've noticed, I've given up on packing because I don't think it's going to make sense at this point because we're just going through now to see what sheet. What was our trail? How much was 25 bucks?
Yeah.
The sheath, you gotta, okay. I mean, that's not terrible. That's got some weight to it. It's got a little bit of this called jumping. This is not full tang, which means that the handle will go all the way through. Maybe it is, possibly. Wow. Check that out. Hatchets are fun if you want to like, cut some firewood at camp or whatever. Get some kindling going. This is all right. Okay, it's got a wrench on there. Yeah. Saw. Now, this is something I've taken in the past because these are nice to have around, especially in cold weather camping if you want to cut up some firewood or whatever. These are really nice. What do we got here? Is this a sharpener?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. The chances of you having to sharpen your knife in the backcountry is going to be probably zero unless you're like living out there. But your knife should be sharp before you go out there. This is just nice to have. I would say don't bring this. The flashlight.
Came with batteries though.
Okay. So what made you buy the toolkit?
I knew that we needed to have a multi-tool, but I thought more specifically when we were talking multi-tool, we were talking about the knife portion of it. And this came as like an outdoor set, so I thought it was all encompassing for any type of like situation that I would have been on while backpacking.
Yeah, I mean, this is typical. Somebody wants to buy like the tool kit because you never know if you're going to need it kind of thing. Flashlight's actually not terrible. I would say that if your headlamp had come with that, I would say that would be the only flashlight I would have brought. I would have left this at home. I would potentially take this knife if you're into like whittling or carving, but you're really probably not going to need this unless this is the only knife you bring, but I would bring something much smaller if I could find it. The saw is nice for cold weather. Hatchet's nice if you're like, you got maybe a base camp, but you're not going to want to hike with all this stuff, especially if you got an 8-pound tent and something like that. So I would probably say that most of the stuff we wouldn't need, but if I am going to take one thing, I would probably just take this knife out of everything that you've got here, because you don't need like a secondary flashlight unless your Ozark Trail kit doesn't have one.
Then your second one will.
Yeah, for real.
So next up, what I have for you is 2 different items that kind of go together for our cooking setup. I get hungry when I'm exercising, so backcountry would be no different.
Yep, I hear you.
I had originally picked all of these out again because I've never done this before, and I was just looking for kits that gave me like a one-stop shop for anything that I could need.
Like she legit never even messaged me once and been like, should I buy this or whatever, completely on her own.
Bought with my heart.
Okay, so what made you pick this particular cook kit?
Because it was plain and all metal. I thought that might be best, like easiest to clean, easiest to run underwater. If it got hot, it wasn't going to melt anywhere.
Okay, how much does this thing cost?
The Cookware mess kit itself was $12.46. It says it weighs about 1.01 pounds, which is 16.16 ounces.
Oh, wow, okay. The one thing that I think it's missing is some sort of like a steel cup. I mean, I feel like this is like maybe a measuring cup or a ladle, or I guess this could be your coffee cup. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to cook a little bit more than just like a freeze-dried meal, I don't think this is terrible. Yeah, for 1.1 pounds. And how much was it again?
It was $12.46.
Yeah, $12. Yeah, this is not terrible. Packs into itself. This, you know what? I would tell you this is bad, and then I would get to camp with you, and I'd be like, "Hey, can I borrow your pan?" You know what I mean? Like, I'd be glad you carried it out there. This is not bad. That's actually a pretty good deal for that. I wish it came with like a steel or a metal or an aluminum cup or something, or titanium.
My question is too, how important is it? Do I need like silverware? Am I eating with my hands? Like, should I like?
Oh yeah. No, you definitely need a spoon.
And buy a spoon.
Yeah, a long-handled spoon. Get something with a long handle, because then you don't have to like get your hand dirty if you're digging in like a freeze-dried bag or whatever. So that's kind of nice.
Nice. So I got this to cook my food with. It said that it was like heavy-duty stainless steel, ideal for backpacking. So I thought that was the best way for me to cook my food.
I had a stove just like this, and these work just fine. Comes with a little carrying case. Nice. All right.
Is this type of thing necessary when I go backpacking, or when you go out, are you more cooking stuff over your fire type of?
I never cook stuff over a fire. The reason is because you're usually so tired at the end of the day. The last thing you want to do is start a fire, at least me. I mean, if you're just like with a bunch of buddies and you're going to like some base camp and you want to have a fire, and then you've planned your food to do that, like, you know, you brought something to cook over a fire, then yeah. All I'm going to bring is just this stove, and I'm going to bring a single pot. I'm just going to boil water, and then I'm going to put it into some sort of a freeze-dried bag meal, and I'm going to cook my my food.
So this was $18.87. I haven't like price compared.
Oh,
is that
this was $18?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not very good. I mean, that's cheap. Don't get me wrong, but you can find, and this has got a self-igniter. Yeah, that's honestly not terrible. The supports on here are a little small. I would be a little nervous having something of this size sitting on it. It's going to tip over. It's going to fall. I'm going to lose my food, whatever. Boiling water, it falls over. It gets on me or whatever. But this is not terrible. I mean, you can get stoves like a BRS on Amazon, for instance, for about the same price. And it's going to be lighter, smaller, and have bigger supports, but it just won't have an igniter. So, but that's not bad.
All right,
yeah.
Last item. I'm tired. I don't want to walk the whole entire time. So I got this chair. It's a backpacking lightweight chair. It has an aluminum frame. I think it is, yeah, it says a 250-pound capacity, and then it weighs 2.1 pounds, which is about 33.6 ounces, and it was $34.97.
Dude, this is a great buy.
Yay!
This is like, I mean, it's a little bit heavy, but at that price, holds 250 pounds. I mean, I can instantly feel this is like not horrible quality at all. Man, I feel like you get like hit and miss with Ozark Trail stuff. Like sometimes it's like knock it out of the park, and sometimes you're like, yeah, no, that's a terrible idea. But this is not bad. Good job. This is legit.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie.
And it's Dan Becker blue.
Comes with the bag. It probably weighs a little bit less without the bag. I wouldn't bring this bag. I'd leave this home. Like, pro tip, you get stuff sacks like this and your bag is already heavy, why are you carrying this stuff sack? Don't bring it. You know, just shove this in a pocket somewhere or whatever. But yeah, wow. Ozark Trail, $33 you said?
Yeah, $34.97.
Nice job. Was that it? Is that everything you got?
What's your impressions of Ozark Trail?
I've never seen a good backpacking tent at Walmart, like ever. And somebody in the comments is going to tell me that their backpacking tent is from Ozark Trail one and they've been using it for 10 years. It's like the greatest thing ever. I've personally never seen it, but things like this, you know, like the chair, even potentially this backpack, the cook kit, the trekking poles, things like that. I mean, I think those were a win. So we spent around $350 for all of this stuff. And yeah, I think you probably did good on about half of it. But this is why it's good to watch Dan Becker's channel so you learn this stuff. Or you could take my Couch to Confidence backpacking class for only 99 bucks. But I'm gonna do something for you. I'm gonna throw you a discount. That's right, we're doing 20% off. 20% off, folks. It's in the description below. 18 videos, all of my backpacking YouTube channel into one condensed course, and it will show you all kinds of cool stuff on how to get out on trail. So, knowing everything that we just been through, how do you feel about everything that you purchased?
I feel like maybe I overspent in some places and underspent in other places.
Okay, what do you feel you overspent in?
Probably overspent on a supposed camping starter kit, explorer kit, and underspent.
Oh, I see. You like bought things you probably didn't need.
Yeah,
Okay.
Probably overpaid for some things I didn't need where I could have used some money on things I really could have need, like a lighter tent that was a little bit of higher quality, a sleeping bag that actually would fit in my bag.
And you're gonna buy this when? Last.
Buying
Yes.
the backpack last.
Buy your backpack last, because then you know if it's the right size, because 50 liters
Not big enough.
ain't gonna work for all this stuff. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next one.